what to wear today. This one or this one? Yeah, we'll go with this. And probably the red one today. But not you. Ah, yeah, there we go. There we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. This is Robert, social media and marketing manager. I am here in Las Vegas at the Venetian for SHOT Show with Brian and Justine, president and vice president of Stiffler Manufacturing. We've already been out to the casino. We have been out to see SHOT Show as it's getting set up. Hey, White Rambo, what's going on, brother? And oh man, it's crazy watching everything get set up. And it should be even crazier today. Yesterday, it was just a constant, just mesh work of workers moving in and around, trying to get everything set up, forklifts everywhere, just constant moving parts, trying to get this set up. And that was, what was that, 12 hours ago? Yeah, it was about 12 hours ago that we were just running around inside SHOT Show before anyone else is there. Just other vendors trying to get booths set up. Did a little pre-work with MMC Armory. Photo you're seeing there, that is last year's SHOT Show. This year it'll look a little similar. New stuff, lots of new stuff. Lots of new slide designs that I have not been allowed to show because we wanted to debut them at SHOT Show. But it is going to be exciting. We're going to be here all week, and I will try to do as many lives as I can. There's going to be a lot of meetings that we have to do here in Vegas. There is also, of course, just going to be manning the booth at SHOT Show. And we're going to be very busy, and there's not a lot of good signal inside the casino itself until you get to your rooms. So we will try to do as many lives as we can, but we'll probably have to do a lot of video uploads instead. So we'll just do, reels, shorts on YouTube, Instagram, and we will try to do as many lives as we can. I'm getting prepped for the day. It's, what is it here, 5:45 in the morning? Yep, so we've got to be there in a few hours. And I'm just trying to get some stuff done. Working here. Ain't going to be a lot of sleep this week, I can tell you that. Upside, though, is we are getting a little bit of recreation in. We did go out to Caesar's Palace. We did go over to Mandalay Bay. Little bit of gambling. We're up a little bit for now. But yeah, a lot of it the rest of this week, now that it's going to be starting to get into full swing, is just going to be a lot of meetings and just a lot of talking to people. And so it's going to be exciting. Plus, upside is we are going to get to check out a lot of the other vendors, distributors, manufacturers that are all there. And we'll be doing a bit of patch collecting too. That should be fun. So, like I've got here one of our original Stiffler Manufacturing patches. Oop. The white, making it all weird. But we got some new stuff we're handing out to just other vendors. Of course, yeah, I think some of you have seen this one, our traditional white logo turned black. And then, of course, this one here, where the United States, that was a design we come up with when we had finally shipped a slide to every single state in the U.S. We made some patches for it eventually. And I think there's one more patch down there at the booth. Yeah, I think so. I've only got these feet with me right now. But it's exciting, honestly. And happy to be here. and just happy to be at SHOT Show. It's going to be a crazy week. Just meeting and greeting everybody. And the rest of the staff, they're still back in Arizona, still running the shop, still getting orders out. So unlike last year where we put the shop on minimum operations, this year we have more employees, so we can run the shop and go to things like SHOT Show at the same time. And that's pretty awesome. Getting prepped for the day. Got a lot of stuff to take down there. We are taking, I want to say 60 or so slides down to the booth today. A lot more than we brought last year. I want to say last year we brought like 20. So tripled the amount that we're bringing this year. And just going through some of our social media, talking to 65th Tactical, a few other guys, and that's another exciting thing. We're planning on meeting a lot of people while we're here too. Let's see if I can show it. Will it let me? I might have to turn off the green screen. That's okay. Nope. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll deal with that later. But I'm doing some background footage over on Instagram, showing some of all the slides that we're already posting up. We showed it some range trials that we're doing with the Viper. That was pretty cool. Sad to say, very poor angle on the video. Very poor angle on the video. That range does not normally allow recording. They've had some incidents there in the past where they just don't want people recording, so they allowed us to do it because we're a business and we're being professional about it, but we have to do it in such a way that it does not incense other people, because then you sit there and go, well, hey, they can record, why can't we record? And it's like, well, that's a fun question to answer for customer service, but basically a lot of people were doing some really dumb stuff with their phones, and that range just doesn't let people typically record. So the angle in which we had to record was we mount the phone how they kind of want us to do it. And unfortunately, I'm not a super tall guy, especially not compared to Big Stiffler, that tall SOB. But I am taller than what that angle allows. So it's not a great view. But at the very least, I do get to show functionality. I do get to show that it is shooting, and I do get to show some close-ups of the firearm, which is great. And unfortunately, just a poor angle for that particular range. I can't wait until we can go do some desert shooting again, and we'll probably just get a tripod and we'll go do it that way. And we'll have a little more freedom on what we can do and how we can record, and that'll be nice. Oh. But this year we're chilling up at the Luxor, that Pyramid Hotel in Vegas. That's where we're chilling this year. Curious to see what next year will be, but yeah, we're planning on coming again next year. Already planning next year, and we're not even through this week. But this year's going to come quick. 2026, there's been a lot of stuff. Hey, Christina, what's going on? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. We are here in Las Vegas for SHOT Show with MMC Armory. And we're going to be showing off a lot of guns, a lot of slides and stuff this week. We are a slide manufacturer in Arizona. And just, traveled to Vegas for SHOT Show. And please, by all means, feel free to answer or ask questions. I'll do what I can to answer them for you. Just doing a live while I'm getting prepped up and ready to leave this morning. What is it? It's almost 6 a.m. So we're going to have to go at some point, grab breakfast, and then load up all the slides and send them off down to the Venetian. And that's where we'll show off the booth. This picture in the background here, this green screen I'm running, is what the booth looked like last year with our slides. And this year there's going to be a lot more slides. A lot more. So super excited for that. wild event. Unlike GunCon, which I believe was in Ohio, or GOA Goals, it's not generally open to the public. This is primarily an industry event, so it's a lot of vendors, manufacturers, distributors from various fields across hunting, shooting, stuff like that. We've got knife vendors here, gun vendors here, law enforcement gear. There is some military gear and stuff here, ammunition, clothing, all kinds of stuff. And we are just one part of it here with MMC Armory. And we've got some cool new 3D printed displays that we're going to use this year too, which is going to be a little exciting. Nope, not that. But how about y'all? What are your plans for your future Glock clone builds? That's actually something. We're planning on visiting the Glock booth while we're here. Gonna go check out their new V series and Gen 6. And of course, you know, our slides are designed for Gen 1 through 3. And if you know what you're doing, you can make them fit Gen 4 and Gen 5. But that's what we make, is the Gen 3 style slides. And we want to go check out Glock's booth, you know, see what they're doing with the V series and the Gen 6. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, what's going on, brother? Chilling in my hotel room at the moment. Figured I'd get a live off. Gonna go hit the Venetian in an hour or two. We gotta go get breakfast and head off and set up, or finish setting up the booth for SHOT Show, get all of our stuff on display. I'm gonna try to do some lives while I'm there, but there's going to be a lot of people, and apparently, it's casino cell signal kind of sucks. So we'll do what we can, but I might just have to take a lot of videos, do some shorts and reels later on YouTube and Instagram. And right now I'm just going through some work, trying to get stuff ready for today. But how are you all doing? Super excited. Those of you new to us, we have hit 3 years. We've made, when I announced it a couple of weeks ago, we were at 32,000 slides. We are now approaching 34,000. So we have gone over 33,000, and we are approaching 34,000 slides in that 2-week time frame. It is freaking wild. And there is some cool stuff that we are posting over on with 65th Tactical, doing a new build. He's got one of our SM19 Zoom slides. So if you guys are on Instagram, I recommend checking it out. They have done some cool work over there. It is one of our camo style slides, and he's doing a hunter orange accent motif where the magwell, the trigger, the optic kind of feature hunter orange in addition to the camo, which is pretty cool. There we go, let's pop in. Awesome, now I can type in with you guys. Okay, much better. So let me pop that Instagram link over to you guys. Live stream at the booth and just like run it all day. That would be freaking cool, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. There we go. And I've still got some more stuff to post on there as well. A few more range videos, as well as some close-ups of some slides that we've done. Hey, thank you for the like. Greatly appreciate it. Ah, there we go. And rocking some new patches this year, too. Whoop, shot. There we go. And of course, one of our old ones, if the green screen doesn't mess with it. There it goes. Yep, gone. And then, of course, our black one. And the new one I have here, featuring the U.S. with Stiffler, showing we have sold to every single state in the country at this point. Good morning, everybody. Oh, thank you for the like. Greatly appreciate it. And please, by all means, feel free to ask questions. I'm just getting some work done here in the background while we get prepped to head off to the Venetian. I'll have to break it up at some point, but figured what the heck. Let's get a little QA going. Answer whatever questions. It is still pitch black out here right now. And we'll be rocking some new Stiffler merch too. I don't know if these are going to go on the shop, but we got some new polos just for SHOT Show. So you'll see us in that. And we don't normally get to show them off, but we'll also have Brian and Justine potentially in some of the lives and some of the videos as well. So we'll have all three of us. For those of you that do not know, because most of you guys just see me, Brian is the president and owner of Stiffler Manufacturing. Justine is the VP and co-owner of Stiffler Manufacturing. Brian does a lot of the machine work, programming work. Justine does a lot of the admin, shipping, receiving, handles all that style of it. And then I'm over here marketing, talking with people. Hey, PlayNet Columbia, 8-9, brother. Elizabeth, 8-9. But thank you guys for popping in. We are, for those of you just popping in, we are in Vegas right now, heading to SHOT Show. Actually, that's some of it in our background here. We have the MMC Armory booth from last year with a bunch of our slides there. So we'll have all new footage, all new photos this year, all new slides, new designs, new Cerakote styles. We're also going to hit the Cerakote booth up as well and see what they're working on. Last year, they showcased F-Series. They were talking about FX Series. They released FX Series. And apparently this year, they have something new. So that's exciting. Fluffy Bunny, yes, the 26 will be optic cut. And I do believe we brought our prototype with us here. Hopefully fixed it. Okay, yeah, let's see if that hopefully fixed it. All right, excellent, excellent. Yeah, signal here at the casino is not the best, unfortunately. But hopefully that fixes it up a little bit. What did you guys hear me last talking about? I was probably ranting on there for a minute without even realizing it. That's a sketchy thing, brah. But it does make the grass grow. But I will be wearing red today with a new Stiffler polo. If that's your thing. Ah, the 26. Yes, we are bringing the 26. It should be in the case. I remember putting it in there. But, yeah, we do have our 26 prototype with us. It does have a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut. So it will be ready to go, the same as our 19 and 17. And I do believe, I'll have to check with Brian, but I do believe we have our 43 prototype here as well. And that, I believe, is going to be the RMR CC optic. And we might expand to additional optics. That's something we got to talk about. Just see what everyone likes for micros and what everyone wants, you know, because we've gotten some requests. Hey, man, can you do acro? Can you do this? Can you do that? And it's like, eventually, maybe, yeah, possibly. But right now, just the Trijicon RMR flat. And then for the 43, it's going to be RMR CC. And I know the AC says it's 65 in here, but that is just not true. It is warm. But yep, that's what we're doing today. When we left SHOT Show yesterday, there we go, a little bit of glare there. When we left SHOT Show yesterday, there were forklifts everywhere, crates everywhere, booths getting set up, and it was a sight to see because there were just crews upon crews moving equipment, moving vehicles, setting up booths, and that was, 12 hours ago now, and it needs to be set up for 8 this morning, and I'm curious to see how much it's changed over the last 12 hours. It is, Sierra Tango. It is difficult, but I think we have a good style so far. People can usually recognize Stiffler slides by the chamfer style we use. We use 17.4 stainless steel. A lot of other companies do 416. Not to say that 416 is a bad gun steel. It's not. It's a good gun steel for what it is. 17.4 is just better. It's harder, it's more corrosion resistant. That does mean it's harder to work with. There's more chromium in the steel. It is harder to work with, but it creates a better slide. And so I think 17.4 is the way to go. And 416, it's good. You see it in a lot of barrels. You see it in a lot of slides. It does have its limitations on design. So you've got things like, I wish I had some slides with me. Can't take them to the hotel. But for those of you that are familiar with the SM19 Viper, how it has those window cuts, or the SM19 Leonidas, where it has those many aggressive minor windows. When you have something like 416 or lesser steel, you can't run it. Those of you remember the rock slides, how they had those cool cuts, but they were having issues cracking when they'd go to the range. People were like, hey, I have a crack in my slide. What the heck? It's because they weren't using a good enough, strong enough quality of steel to handle those aggressive cuts, and that's why that was happening. So it's one of the reasons we chose 17.4 stainless steel, because yes, it is harder to work with. It is harder on your end mills. It's harder on your tools. It eats through deburring knives. It is a rough steel to work with, but it creates just a superior slide, and you can do a lot more with it. You can make a lot more cool designs with it, like the SM19 Flash, the 19 Leonidas, the 19 and 17 Viper. The turbo would probably do well with 416 steel. The Viper, the Leonidas, and the Flash, I'm not so convinced. Maybe if we could get it hardened at a good Rockwell, we might be able to do something with that. But right now, 17.4, that's where it's at. And yes, it's more expensive on our end, and yes, it is harder to work with, but great steel, aerospace steel, great slides. And there's a handful of companies out there that are using 17.4. You look at Grey Ghost Precision, you look at Zev, Zafiri. There are other companies out there using 17.4, whereas the vast majority of the market utilizes 416R. And again, 416 is good steel. There's just a little bit less you can do with it. And I think 17.4 is the way to go. There are some potential other steels out there, but right now, 17.4. And, will we work with 416 in the future? Possibly. We might do something with it. But at the moment, 17.4, top notch. Brenda, what's going on? Hey, G23, how you doing? Just pulling in live from Las Vegas. Right now we're at the Luxor. We're going to be heading over to the Venetian in a couple hours. 2 hours, whichever. Got to grab some breakfast this morning. And we'll be showing off a bunch of slides. 60 slides. Last year we only brought like 20. This is the photo in our green screen here from last year where we were there. We're still there with MMC Armory, popping in with them again. And we have even more slides for the booth this year. Right on, man. I need to get more range day in. I posted a few shorts on Instagram. We were doing some test firing on a Viper, helping a customer out, and it's running good. Doing good on some of the range trip there. Yeah, and that's always the unfortunate. People are like, oh, hey, you have a gun, manufacturing company. You guys probably get to go shoot a lot. Not as much as you might think. Yeah, and when we do shoot, because we do shoot monthly, um, to test random slides to make sure everything, do quality control checks off the line. Random slides that get pulled off the line and saying, hey, we're test firing these. In addition to all the measurements we're doing, pulling measurements and checking everything, we also pull slides to shoot. And then those slides don't get sold. Those are slides that just get pulled for testing. And, because you don't want to have a slide already ran through with 100 rounds and try and sell it as brand new. People just, yeah. But you take that down there, and that's all you're doing is your range testing. And you're dumping around. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit fun, but it's not like you went there and say, took out your AR, took out your shotguns, took out some of your old cowboy guns. I've got some stuff to World War I and World War II that on a regular range day, I'd bring a whole bag with me out and a whole bunch of different kinds of ammo, and we'd go out and have some fun with it. And we'd go do some training, and we'd run some drills, and that's not what this is. This is purely testing. And so, yes, we are dumping rounds down range. Yes, you are getting a bit of training in, and but it's just not the same. You're not doing it for traditional training. You're not doing it for a fun purpose. You're doing it purely to analyze the slide, purely to make sure, yes, this functions as it should. Yes, this can handle control for shooting. Yes, this can handle mag dumping. Yes, there are no problems. And you go to the range and you drop 500 rounds. Yeah, that's not a lot, but it's literally just putting rounds down range. There's no real goal in mind other than determining if something is wrong. And so that's different than, taking the Arasaka out. Yeah, that's fun range day. This is more work, because then you go pay to the range. It's not like I'm going out to the desert and I'm setting up my own targets and setting up my own lanes. DB, what's going on, brother? This is just more clinical work. So yeah, I am putting rounds down range, and it's good muscle memory, and it's but it's more clinical than it is fun and training. And that's what we did just before we went here. We dumped a few hundred rounds just testing one out. Oh, I am going to need some water today. And of course, we are having some fun this week too. We are here for SHOT Show. We are here to talk with vendors, distributors, meet other businesses, meet all the social media type people that are popping in. We're going to have John Crump News here. There's going to be Bullseye Ben, 2A Ninja, Jack of all trades, all kinds of people coming here that we're going to meet up with. Oh, I mean, yeah, we're spending our money on the ammo. I mean, business money. And we do get to write it off as an expense. But it is our money that we're spending. At least the business's money. And the range fees. So, I mean, you are spending it, but you're not, but you are. It's weird. It's not like it came out of my paycheck, but it did come out of the business, which is a whole thing in and of itself. There we go. Oh, hey, yeah. Yeah, just pop it in a quick live, I know, yeah, we'll do another one when we get down there. If the signal works, yeah. Because here I popped it over to the room's Wi-Fi, so yeah, if it'll let us. Just talking with the other guys over there. So it looks like we're going to get ready and head off for breakfast. I'm going to try and do more videos, more lives today, as many as I'm able. I know I'm going to be talking with a lot of people too. What I really want to do is set up the phone and have it just plugged in on a mount and do a live stream the whole day. That would be wild. But there's some people that are uncomfortable with that, and we're here with other businesses, and there's we're not the only ones here. It's not solely our booth. So setting up something like that might not make some people happy. So we're not going to do that. But it would be awesome to set up a live stream just the whole time and let people see, hey, who this is the business we're talking to. Hey, these are these people. But, you know, because I've seen at some conventions they do that. And I don't know. Maybe we'll talk with some of the other people to see if there's something we can do like that. If not this year, maybe next year we can do a full live stream or at least maybe partial live streams. That would be pretty cool. Oh, right on. I mean, yeah, if you're doing process serving, I'd go strapped. I don't blame you there. Oh, man. If you were doing process serving, if you were doing meter reading, towing, anything that involves around somebody's house, I'd be strapped. I mean, I'm strapped everywhere I go. But, well, we can't be strapped inside SHOT Show, funny enough. There are guns there. There are guns at SHOT Show. There's military vehicles here. There's police vehicles here. There's all kinds of gear and ammo. But none of us can carry one while we're here. So I feel a little naked. All these guns and not one strapped. It's wild. But them's the rules here, so we got to abide by it. Oh, but yeah, what I'm gonna do. Where is it? Okay. But yeah, what I'm going to do is we're going to prep. We're going to head off for breakfast, finish getting ready, and we're going to head off to SHOT Show. And so I'm going to post our link bio. There is one in the chat, but I'm going to post a link bio. Link bio. There we go. So for those of you guys unfamiliar, this is all of our social media, as well as our stores and everything. So we will be posting on Instagram. We will be posting on YouTube. We'll post some stuff on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. We'll post it on a lot of stuff. And, you know, just check in periodically. We'll be posting stuff all week, more videos, more reels, more shorts, and we'll try to do some more lives. Earlier, we were having some connection issues. I mean, right now I am connected to Wi-Fi right now, and, oh, God, it froze again. But anyway, I'm connected to Wi-Fi right now, and it's still not the best. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And you guys all have a wonderful week. Check in with us when you can. And as always, stay 2A every day.